Welcome back everybody to DGOT, the Instant Reactions. We are taking on 2025's Predator, Killer of Killers, an animated horror movie. Have we done any animated horror movies? I know we did Coraline, that's claymation, but is this like the first animated horror movie we've covered, kind of?
You're asking me to remember something. I think it might be the first, though.
Yeah. Same director as Prey, a movie that I didn't love it. I thought it was fine, but the rest of the crew, they loved the movie. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, I think is how you say his name. This is a movie I thought was just okay. Like, I don't know, it just didn't really hold my attention that much. Maybe it's just because I'm not really watching animation, cartoons kind of things anymore. But I'm glad he made it. This is a movie that I'm glad is made, and I'm glad it exists. And I'm hoping that Dustin has a cool question that he wants to talk about in a little bit. But I hope other franchises or other movies take this approach as well, because it can't be that expensive to make. Like, is this an expensive movie to make?
I don't know. If I could draw this well, my work wouldn't be cheap. So I don't know.
I just figured it'd be like all computer generated, though. There's no budget. It's a Hulu movie, so I'm not surprised there's no budget out there. So who knows? Dustin, what are your general thoughts? And kick us right into your pros. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it's an interesting approach. So let's just go ahead with the pros, and then I'll say what I was about to say. I thought the animation style was great. I thought it looked cool. It had a pretty unique feel to it. The action and the violence I thought were top notch, and the Predator's bright green blood looked cool. The invisibility effect looked cool. Like, instead of just disappearing, you can still kind of see it. So it goes right back to animation. That was awesome. I like that it continued to expand the universe of the franchise. Like, Prey gave us a different look than what we'd used to. Like, this isn't just a predator in a jungle. This is all over the world. They're attacking. And this gave us 3 new cultures that got to experience like they're lucky, but that experienced these creatures. And I thought that was awesome, because, it just continues to open up the possibility that this literally could have happened anywhere in the world. Anybody can get it. I like it. And then I love that it sets us up perfectly for Predator Badlands later this year. I think more franchises should do this. Like, we've got a movie that's highly anticipated, people are looking forward to, but it's not quite ready to roll out yet. So let's drop something for you. Let's give us a something on a streaming service that holds us over and keeps us invested until the major project hits. And changing it up and making it animated saves a ton of budget, like you mentioned there, because it's definitely cheaper than getting all the moving hands involved, or all the moving parts involved that you need to make a regular feature film. So I love the concept of the movie. I think more than anything, more than execution, which I liked.
Very fair. We talked about this during our Prey review, I'm pretty sure, and you touched on it as well. But this franchise is something that could exist at literally any point of history. Mm-hmm. And Dan did that with this movie. He took us to, I guess, 4 different time periods, but 3 specifically, like the Norse Vikings. Thought that was really cool. Took us to samurai ancient Japan. I thought that was really cool. Shout out to the kinfolk. And what was it, like 1940s Miami or 1940s Florida?
I think it said 1941 Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what city it was in, but that was really cool. I like that approach that it took, and it gave us, some characters to invest in, and the action was cool. And I enjoyed just the unique approach to a Predator movie. And I thought it was really cool at the end how they, like, the Predator, like, I don't remember it showing the Predators capturing these people. I just remember kind of them fighting the Predators, then it kind of just ends. Maybe I just missed it, because I did watch on a Saturday morning pretty early. But I thought it was cool how they all woke up in the same spaceship together, and they had to fight in the arena, like ancient Rome or whatever, like last man standing. And I don't know, it was a unique approach to a Predator movie that I really appreciated. What are your cons, really? Really, honest, I'll just go real quick. My cons are, I'm just not into animation. Like, I'd rather just watch the real thing. But I did like the approach.
Okay. So, I get what you're saying. I would rather watch the real thing as well. But like I said, as far as to hold us over and just give us something to remind us, because it's been a couple years since Prey came out.
Yep.
And so this is a perfect hype machine to get us ready for the next one. And animation doesn't really bother me. I don't watch a ton of cartoons. Like I don't watch a lot of, like I didn't see Inside Out. I didn't see, what are the other ones that have been nominated recently for Oscars, whatever. I haven't seen a lot of them. I don't care. The Wild Robot, didn't see it, but I have recently decided, you know what? I'm not going to let my whole life pass me by without watching some anime. So I started Death Note, and that's awesome. And I also watched The Boy and the Heron, which I'll be honest with you, I wanted to watch because Dave Bautista and a certain lovely lady do the voices in the American dub version. And it got a ton of Oscar hype. So I was like, all right, let's watch that movie. It was good. So maybe I'm just in a animation, like slowly getting back into animation mindsets where I liked it more. Anyway, as far as my cons, since it was 3 different storylines that they brought together at the end, and it's only an hour and 25-minute long, I don't think we got a chance to really connect with these characters. We were just kind of dropped in, saw their conflicts, and then saw Predator enter the mix. It's a double-edged sword because the pacing was great, but I just didn't really feel connected to any of these characters, at least until, through their initial encounter with the Predator. Towards the end, when they have to fight together, I guess I did more, but whatever. And then other con that I got is that it's kind of formulaic. I mean, we know how the franchise goes. Predator shows up, watches from the distance, and then wrecks shop. But this really drove that home because we got 3 instances at once. And so it was rushed. We didn't get this world building. We didn't get to see Predator stalking as much and then kind of messing with them a little bit before the full-fledged attack. And so it really made it stand out how formulaic the franchise is. So that was honest. That was my biggest con.
Yeah, that was a qualm of mine too. Not that I didn't care about with the characters, because they did give them a little bit of backstory for each of them. Like they tried to paint a picture, but I don't know. It's just what you're going to get with a Predator movie.
Yeah,
like I think that that was unique with Prey. Like Prey did a little bit differently, but I know it's like what you're getting. But I did appreciate the end where we got the 3 victors, and like we're going to put you in the arena, and the best warrior wins. I did like that. I'll give that credit.
Yeah, I was waiting for Russell Crowe to show up when they got in that gladiator arena. But I did think of my biggest con in the movie, and that's there's no Amber Midthunder, because she's wonderful.
I was going to ask, was that last character in that like chamber?
I think
Naru?
So.
Was that Naru?
I think so.
I think so too. It looked like her, like as an animated figure. That
was cool. That was a cool little callback for us. But I just wanted her specifically to be in this because she's fantastic.
She's going to be in the new Carrie series. You're going to tune into that?
I can't wait. Won't miss it. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, she'll invite me to the premiere.
There you go. Does she like the white chocolate? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But anywho, I don't have much to say about this movie. It's fine.
Well, okay, I got something for you then. You teased it at the beginning. So this really got me to thinking, what other existing franchises or movies would you like to see get an animated film? So my thought immediately went to Freddy Krueger, because there's so much you could do with him, because he's a dream creature. He exists in dreams. So there's so much you could do with animation that you can't do practically. So I think that Freddy Krueger would be an incredible character for one of these films. And give us a Nightmare. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street. The last time they tried to give us something new, we all know how that turned out. But I think you get the right minds behind it, it could be really cool. And then also, I think that and
just to interrupt you, Robert could do that. He could do a voice. He could do voice.
He could do voice. So that would be perfect.
And Heather, she could do it too.
Yep. And then the other ones that came to mind were any of your classic monster movies would be great. Like give us a King Kong, give us a Godzilla. Probably Godzilla more than King Kong, I think. But because just thinking about how the fire could look, and I think that would be incredible. But the monster movies and Freddy Krueger, those are the ones that immediately came to mind for me. What about you?
Oh yeah, I had a couple that came to mind. They haven't made a sequel to this movie yet; it's in the works. But I think you can make a really good Trick or Treat movie animated.
Yeah,
Sam, I think you can make a really fine Trick or Treat movie. You can make
yeah,
the exact same movie you made that we've already reviewed as a animated movie, and it'll be fine. Like Sam just fits like the animated figure or the animation style film. I think that would be. I don't know if it'd be great, but it'd be fun to watch. I would like that. Another
yeah.
one I thought of, Beetlejuice. You can make
Oh
a
yeah.
Beetlejuice movie animated.
Well, you know
I
they.
think there were cartoons, weren't there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, there were
I hadn't
a
seen them,
cartoon
but
series.
I didn't.
Oh, I loved them when I was a
I didn't
kid.
process it like there probably were Beetlejuice cartoons, but like a
Yeah.
whole movie nowadays, I think you could do that for sure.
Oh
Other
yeah.
ones, I mean, honestly,
Ghostbusters,
you could do. I
which
think
there was a Ghostbusters
there
cartoon.
were Ghostbusters cartoons,
Yeah.
weren't there? But let's think of more like modern horror movies that could be Late Night with the Devil, something like that, talk show kind of movie. That would work. That would be
Yeah.
really cool, actually. Like animated, I think that would work really good, actually.
Yeah.
You got any others you're thinking of? Like Jack Delroy, bring him back. That's my dog.
Yeah. I think Bo is Afraid. And that's a tongue in cheek joke, but think about how crazy Ari Aster would go with animation at his disposal.
This is going on Adult Swim.
Oh yeah, of course. But no, I think that
MA17.
you know, when I thought about this, Scream, Friday the 13th, Halloween, it's like those. I don't think we need animation for that because
There's so many sequels.
there's so many sequels, but also not only that, like those are. I think it works best when the killer is a monster
Yeah.
or a creature or the devil. So something along those lines would be much better than a slasher with all humans and no supernatural, no.
What about something
Animals
like
in it.
Constantine?
Constantine would be awesome. Let me tell you, I bought an original Xbox last year, and I bought the video game Constantine, and that video game pissed me off so bad, so hard. But that would be an incredible one. And Keanu Reeves, he could do the voice.
You could do a voice, exactly. Tales
So
from the Crypt. I think Tales from the Crypt could work.
Oh, that would be Tales from the Crypt would be an awesome video game too, and the X-Files, another one, because like where each episode is kind of its own thing. You could do it as a video game where they represent levels. Ooh, Until Dawn. Until Dawn would be a great modern one that would be a good cartoon or animated film.
Yeah, I mean it was a video game, so it
Yeah,
translates very well.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more that we're just not thinking of because hell, we reviewed 350 movies probably at this point.
Yeah.
But let these guys tell it. I haven't seen 5 movies.
You haven't seen 5 movies that we haven't reviewed. How about that?
What about Chucky?
Ooh, Chucky could be fun.
I think he'd be a fun animated killer.
Yeah, it's a doll. That would be a good one. I think something like Cujo, a big or a ravenous dog. That would be Christine. Think of those old Stephen King. Something that I know Mike wouldn't watch. Christine.
That just goes right to that monster thing. I think Pet Cemetery would be fine.
Yeah.
God, I just had one right on the tip of my tongue. I was about to say it, and I forgot it that damn quick. But what about Evil Dead?
Evil Dead, that's a great one.
Evil Dead might be really good. As long as I don't want a jokey, like goofy one though. I want like a more serious one. Oh Lord,
Hellraiser.
All right, everything cool we just said. You can
A Quiet Place. Ooh, Quiet Place would be a really good one.
Sci-fi stuff would be good. Alien, Alien movie would work really well.
Right.
I mean,
everything
obviously
cool we just said. You just read.
You like Romulus? What if Fetty did it like Dan did with Prey?
Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm not talking about bringing Ridley Scott back. Respect is a legend, but I'm not trying to watch no. I know you want to watch Prometheus as a.
That's a movie. That's a ship. It's not a creature. So
I appreciate you telling me that. Dustin, you got any more thoughts on Predator? What was it? I can't even.
Faculty. I just looked up and saw the faculty on my shelf. Something like that would be cool. No, this is an existing IP that gave us something original. So I commend it. I like it a lot. I haven't logged it on Letterboxd yet. I actually forgot until we hit record on this, so I'm going to go do that now. I'm going to give it 4 stars, though. I think that...
You friendlier than me.
Yeah, you tripping. But I thought the samurai storyline would have bought you. Anyway,
What do you mean by that?
well, um, I like it though. It's just if you're gonna do something if you're gonna make something that already exists, add to it, and that's what they did. They
Do
gave us
something
animated.
real different with it.
They expanded the universe more. They drove home, like I said, this could take place anywhere, anytime. So I enjoyed it a lot. I wish it was either a longer movie or they cut out one of those characters and made the other two storylines longer because it did feel rushed.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and assume you're going to want to cut out Florida. Because that was the least interesting of the three to me.
I thought it was fine. I mean, I like that one a lot because that's a boy becoming a man. Getting thrown in he's just a kid and get out of here. You can't fly here and all this stuff. And then he tries to save the day. I thought that was cool. I don't know that I prefer any of them over the others. I just would cut one of them.
Which one are you going to
cut? Probably the Viking.
No, that checks out. If you know, you know. No, I'm just kidding. I enjoyed all three. I would personally cut out the Florida one just because we've already seen kind of a modern. Like to me, that was the most modern. We've already seen a predator fight like a military trained kind of person. I don't know. It was just cool to see like ancient characters. Like to me, if you replaced Torres' character with like another like ancient warrior, that would have been really cool. Like a gladiator. How cool would it have been to actually drop the predator in like ancient Rome and fight the gladiators? That'd have been really cool to me.
That would have. As long as they fill the Colosseum with water and put sharks in it.
Yeah, and somehow that's historically accurate. That shit pissed me off so much to hear that was real because it looked so damn fake.
Well, the CG looked like crap in Gladiator 2, but don't get me started on the monkey dogs.
Don't get me started. Yeah, that was awful. Dustin, any final thoughts? I gave the movie a 2.5. I just thought it was a fine little watch. It didn't crank my tractor, as Dustin would say.
Unreal. It's free. It's on. Well, I guess it's not free. You got to pay to subscribe to Hulu, but it's on Hulu. Go watch it. Form your own opinions, and also let us know which other franchises we missed that would make good animated adaptations.
And don't be a dick when you tell us like, how did you forget this one? Like we're spitballing right now, guys. Yeah. And I know our fans and our listeners wouldn't do that, but we get some YouTube comments that just tick me off.
Urban Legend would be a good one.
That would be pretty good.
Anyway, but yeah, you're right. People need to get out of bed on the other side for a change.
Yeah, pricks. But we appreciate everybody who tunes into these instant reactions. Go support cinema, support Hulu's, and Lord have mercy, I hope you have the version where you don't have to get ads because the ads will whoop your shit. But anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in.